Good morning, or welcome back to the channel. We are off for a family day today and we're actually very nearly there, so it's quite an early start. We're up at 6 and it's now 9:20 because we are meeting my mum and dad at, what's the name of this? The Melvin Autumn Show?
Melvin Show, yeah, the Autumn Show, yeah.
Yeah, the Melvin Autumn Show. My mum and dad have come to this, I think, a few times. This is our first time here. We thought we'd tag along, so we got our tickets and we're meeting them there at 10, so we're a bit early. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It looks like it's going to be a dry day. It's obviously been very wet the last week, so we don't know what it's going to be like underfoot. So we have our walking boots, all the waterproofs just in case, for George as well. He's just here watching me talk, wondering who I'm chatting to. We haven't brought Arnie because they have rules on having dogs here, and I think it's only I think there's like a dog show, so I think if your dog is in that show you can bring your dog. But so Arnie is at home today. We've got a dog walker dropping in on him, so fingers crossed it stays dry. It looks, there's blue sky up there, so fingers crossed it stays that way. And I'm going to take you with us because we've never been before. I mean, the Melvin Autumn Show sounds right up my street, which is why we've come. Oh my gosh, we're here and there's lots of people. Look at that queue. And there's toilets, which is great because me and Carl are busting.
Let's talk about Bake Off. You were in the 2021 season. You did very well. You couldn't have done it better, arguably. You won it.
Apparently, so
Did you ever think you could win it when you went on it, or at what stage did you think, hold on, I've got a chance, we have a chance here?
I think that I only realized I might have a chance after Noel said my name.
I still weren't sure.
Not exactly, not even straight after that. It took me a while just to process that. No, I don't think anybody in the tent has ever. I think that there have been just a few seasons where it was so blatantly obvious from the word go who was going to be the winner. But generally, not even Paul and Blue know who that is from the start.
Just seen, as Carl would call him, Giuseppe, don't you? I had to tell him Giuseppe, the 2021 winner of Bake Off.
Was he the winner?
He's in this tent. Yeah, he was just talking about it.
Oh.
Yeah. They're no ordinary cakes, that's for sure.
No, I don't even think they're cakes.
George wants a cider.
Patiently in the queue.
Wishful thinking, George. You might get ID'd, little man.
Summer is ended, the leaves are turning brown. Red and yellow, soon they'll be falling down. Now, I'm not ready, not just yet. I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn comes too soon. Autumn comes too soon. The line.
Dancing in the pile, in front of the pile full of apples.
Wow.
No, definitely not impressed.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head.
No, don't worry. I will be prepared for the next session. I'll read them out for everybody.
Yeah.
But that's exciting because I mean, you know, the acting part is a huge part of it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I've sort of, what I was going back to what I was saying about, sorry, I could talk for hours about all this stuff.
I'm next on here. Someone's interviewing me. I'm quite happy. I'm going to talk to you. Don't talk about me.
Just quickly to go back to what I was saying about sort of the storytelling element of dance, which is why I like watching people like Visto. I'm sort of, although dance has been like my main medium of art, I've sort of always considered myself an actor.
And we are home. We had, let me mute that. We had such a lovely day at the Melvin Autumn show. Like I said, that was our first time of going. My mum and dad have been before several times, I think. But it was really lovely. They literally had a bit of everything. They had some entertainment there. They had the, obviously like the fruit and veg competitions. They had the giant veg competition. They had the cake. I went into the cake, which you saw, the cake tent, and I thought it was just going to be like Victoria Sponge, lemon drizzle, which one looks better, which one tastes better. But oh no, they weren't. They were like extravagant, really creative cakes. They had, I was shocked to see Kevin Clifton from Strictly there. There was a massive crowd in that tent and I was like, what are they all? And then I was like, it's Kevin Clifton. I didn't hang around for too long and we only caught the very end of his talk, so I'm not really sure what he was talking about, but he was obviously talking about Strictly a little bit from what I heard, which I now have on the telly and I'm watching it. It's the first time of this season, or this series, that I've actually caught it live on a Saturday night, which is lovely. Carla's actually sorting George out for bed, so I am watching Strictly. But yeah, we came back. I will admit that although it was a lovely day and it was lovely to see my mum and dad, because we've not seen them probably for almost, it's probably been a month. I think the last time we saw them was when they were here for George's birthday. So yeah, it would definitely have been a month since we saw them. It was lovely. The weather we were very lucky with. Luckily I was still wearing my SPF 50 on my face, as I do every day, because it was definitely beaming down on my face. But George is at that age at the moment where he can walk, so he wants to walk. Putting him in his pram, he doesn't want to be in his pram. But then when he walks every other direction other than the direction you want to go. He walks in front of people, you know, and there was old people walking around with sticks and, you know, wheelchairs, other prams. He's only tiny still, obviously, so people won't see him. So it's very difficult when he's walking around, particularly in such a busy place like that today, to just let him walk free. Then when you pick him up, he wants to get down. So he gets very grisly now in places like that, in busy places. We went into town, into Shrewsbury the other day, and again, where you can't just let him run free, he gets very irritated because he's like, just put me down, let me walk. But you can't, because it's not either safe for him to do so because we were in a busy town and there's roads, or because he's walking in front of people and he's going to get knocked over. So it's a tricky stage, I will say, with the age that he is at the moment. It's easier when there's more than one of you. Like when I go out on my own with him, obviously I can't carry him and push a pram or hold his hand, because he doesn't like to hold your hand either. He likes to be independent. So it's very difficult when I'm on my own. So I just don't put myself in those situations. But it's a lot easier when obviously I have Carl there, and particularly today it was a lot easier because I had my mum and dad and Carl. There were 4 of us. But we left a little bit earlier. We left about 3 o'clock. My dad wanted to get a few bits for his allotment and his garden. So we left about 3 to let them have a walk round in peace and get what he wanted. So yeah, any tips for anybody who is at that stage or has... I know there will be lots of you that have been through that difficult stage where they don't want to be in a pram, but they also can't be left to walk on their own. Any tips would be that would make my life easier if I did want to take George out by myself, that would make it easier, make it safer. We were talking about the reins that you can get, you know, that kind of go round George, so I can have them strapped to him and hold them. But again, I don't know how much that would help, because he'll still want to walk in different directions, and then he won't be able to, so he'll probably end up sitting on the floor and I'll have to pick him up, which we won't want. So I don't know, is it just a phase that I have to ride out? Let me know. How do I, yeah, because it's proving difficult whenever we want to go out for the day, basically, where it's not a children's play area or meant for children. Or do you just surrender to the fact that it's better to take them to children-friendly places until he can walk in a straight line? Do I have to take him to children's playthings for the next year? Please tell me I don't, and that I can still do things that we want to do as well. But anyway, we did have a lovely day. Carla's going to put George to bed now. We're going to get a chippy tea, watch Strictly, and then just cozy up on the sofa. We are actually watching a Netflix series at the moment, which is called... I'm looking on my phone because I have a lady who used to be a client of mine. I used to do her nails when I lived in Burfield near Reading before we moved. Lovely Lynn. I don't know if she watches my videos actually, but she always sends me... Why can't I find the message? She always sends me Netflix recommendation, and there's not been one yet that she sent me that hasn't been good. So we've just finished watching The Night Sleeper on BBC. We watched it on BBC iPlayer. I think it might just be on BBC at the moment though, but we binge watched it on our BBC iPlayer. And now we're watching Apples Never Fall. And the next one she's recommended to us, if you've watched those 2 already, is The Killing Kind. Yeah, and like I said, she's recommended loads, and there's never been one that she's recommended yet that I haven't, or because I always watch them with Carl, that we haven't enjoyed. So yeah, that's what we'll probably watch after Strictly. after our chippy tea and just chill, and then probably have a chilled day tomorrow because it's Sunday tomorrow. Have a lie-in because we did get up quite early this morning, and a bit of an admin day. Now we're back together, and I'm gonna wrap this up now. Now we're back living together as a family, so we get the evenings during the week together, we get the weekends together, and Carl doesn't have to travel back and forth, and we get the full weekend together. We like to have a day at the weekend that's a family day. We go out and do something, whether it's a walk, like we went and did something that we needed tickets for, and it was a bit more special today. But one day on a weekend is our pure family day, which today has been, and I've really been enjoying it. I really look forward to that one family day a week, and it's so special because when Carl was travelling back and forth to Reading, from like Shrewsbury to Reading, he would get back late on a Friday, so the only day we'd have is a Saturday, and sometimes we would have to do life admin on that day, and then he would travel back on a Sunday. So it's so nice having those two full days. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little day out with us. A very autumnal day, seeing all of the massive pumpkins, and yeah, just being outside in the autumn sunshine in a coat, and yeah, just felt really nice. I hope you've had a lovely weekend, whatever you've been up to. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. I love doing these little family vlogs, so I hope you do as well. So let me know by giving it a thumbs up, or leave me a comment with any mum tips that you can spare. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.